Welcome back. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create and use masks in Bannernow to design eye-catching animated ads. Let's get started. First, we need to add a shape that will act as the mask. Start by going to Add, then Icons and Shapes, and choose a shape from the library. Position and resize it over the areas you want to reveal underneath. Anything inside the shape will remain visible, while everything outside of it will be hidden. Next, move the shape layer so it sits directly on top of the layer you want to mask. Then, right-click on the shape and select Mask. The layer below is now clipped to the shape. You can drag additional layers underneath the mask to include them in the same masked group, or simply drag to subtract if you want to remove a layer from it. Let's preview the result. As you can see, the mask reveals only the area inside the shape's boundaries. To remove the mask, simply right-click on the layer and undo the mask. You can also use a vector SVG file as a mask. Go to Image and select an SVG file. Align and position it wherever you want on the canvas. Then place its layer above the background layers and create the mask. Let's preview the result again. As you can see, the SVG shape now defines the mask boundaries for the layer below, revealing only the content inside its shape. Now it's time to create something more interesting. Let's mask the text so it appears to come from nowhere, specifically from the bottom. To do this, click Add, then go to Icons and Shapes and select a rectangle shape. Place the rectangle above the text and resize it so it completely covers and hides the text. Next, move Shape layer above the text layer, then create the mask. Now we need to animate the text layer so it moves upward. Click on the Appear effect and choose Custom Animation. To place the text outside its final position so it can move into view, we need to set the offset pixels. Keep the X value at 0, which means there's no horizontal movement. Set the Y value to 50 pixels. Since the text container is approximately 50 pixels tall, this allows the text to start below the mask and reveal itself from the bottom as it moves upward. Leave the opacity at 100% and keep the scale at 100% as well. Finally, click Apply. Let's move the playhead and preview the animation. Notice how the text slides upward. It only becomes visible once it crosses the boundary defined by the mask. Now let's apply the same technique to the product image. Go to Add, then Icons and Shapes, and select a rectangle shape. Place the rectangle above the product image and resize it so it completely covers the product. Next, drag the rectangle layer so it sits above the product layer and create the mask. Now let's make the product appear from the left. To do this, we first need to animate the product image layer. Click on the Appear effect and choose Custom Animation. Since the product will appear from the left, we need to adjust the X value to -140 pixels. This matches the approximate width of the product image, allowing it to start fully outside the mask. Keep the Y value at 0, because the element doesn't need to move vertically. Set both the opacity and scale at 100%. Click Apply, and let's preview the animation. As you can see, the mask makes the product slide in from the left, appearing only once it crosses the invisible boundary created by the mask. Perfect. And that's how you create and use masks to build smooth, sophisticated animations that add an extra level of polish to your creatives. Thanks for watching, and happy animating!